All right, so we're going to start in Vajrasana, which is basically just kneeling on the heels, hands on the thighs, palms facing down, and belly button to spine, and then just wiggle the sit bones into the heels, lift through the crown of the head. You can close the eyes if you'd like, and take a few sighs. Such a nice way to reset the nervous system. All right, and bring the hands together at heart center. Dedicate the practice if you'd like. And we'll do an Om. So inhale. Om. Good. Okay, and come up onto the knees. And then step the right foot forward. And we're just going to move into a really easy low crescent lunge. So rocking back and forth. So exhale as you go forward. And inhale as you come back. I always need to roll the mat for my knee. Okay, so exhale forward and inhale back. And each time you exhale forward, you can just move forward a little bit more. And keep the belly button drawing in towards the spine. And ground through the tailbone. So as you're forward, imagine the tailbone is going down. And that just helps you move into the pose a little bit more. Good, let's do a few more on this side. All right, and then bring the right knee back and step the left foot forward. Belly button to spine, and exhale into the left knee and inhale back. Good, you can just start small and work towards bigger. This is great for the hip flexor and the quads and the hamstrings. Sarah, I don't know if you heard that we're working on IT band today. So IT bands and hip flexors, but all of the, hamstrings, quads and everything are all connected. So I was reading that tight IT band and tight hip flexor kind of works like saran wrap or cling film to the lower back. So it all pulls, when it's really tight, it pulls and pulls the lower back, which is why so much of the lower back issues are connected to IT bands and hip flexors. So we're going to be strengthening as well as stretching the IT bands and hip flexors. All right, and then come back to the knees and roll over onto the back and bring a strap with you. And we're going to take the strap around the right foot. We'll reach the left leg long and reach up through the right heel, down with the toes. Good, belly button to spine. Press the shoulder blades into the mat. And really exaggerate to lengthening through the right heel. And exhale, draw the right leg a little closer to the chest. And take the strap into the left hand, and the right hand comes to the right hip. And we're going to exhale the right leg just across the leg, so it's in line with the left thigh. So it's not a spinal twist, but it's really targeting the IT band of the right leg. And reach up with the heel, down with the toes. And if you can't feel that in the IT band, just reach through the heel more because it's quite the burn in the IT band. Like right from basically the hip all the way down the side of the thigh to the knee and then beyond. All right, and inhale, come back to center, take the left foot into the strap and right leg down. Reach up with the left heel, down with the toes. And take another sigh, just release any tension. Heel up, toes down. Good, and then exhale, draw the leg closer to the torso. And take the strap into the right hand to left hip, and that pins the hip down. Then exhale, the left leg just across the body. Reach up with the heel. So the heel is moving away from you, so it's lengthening the back of that left leg. And the toes are pointing down, so that internally rotates the left leg and brings the IT band online. So show. And reach through the left heel a little more. Press through the right heel, press into the calf and the hamstring of the right leg. Breathe easy. Oh my goodness. And inhale, come back to center. Release the strap, bring the feet to the ground, bend the knees. And bend the elbows so the fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to lift into bridge pose by imagining the kneecaps are moving away from the torso. Okay, so exhale, extend the knees away from you, lifting the hips. And the hips come in line with the shoulders. Press down into the triceps to lift the chest. Engage the core and exhale, lift the right leg into the air. Press down into the all four corners of the left foot. And inhale, step the right foot down. Exhale, lift the left leg. Reach the heel up into the air. And inhale, step it down. We'll do two more on each side. Exhale, lift the right leg. Inhale, step it down. Exhale, lift the left leg. And inhale, step it down. Exhale, lift the right leg. And inhale, step it down. Exhale, lift the left leg. And inhale, step it down. Good, and keep lifting the hips. Press down into all four corners of the feet. Exhale onto the toes. Breathe easy. Engage the glutes. And inhale back down onto all four corners of the feet. And exhale back down to the ground. Good. And then take the right ankle to the left knee. And reach the legs through behind the left hamstring. Reach the arms through. Keep both feet flexed. Press down into both shoulder blades. And draw the thighs towards you. And if this is easy, you can take your hands on the shin, the left shin. Good, and then inhale, step with both feet down. Take the left ankle to the right knee. And exhale, take the hands through the legs behind the hamstring, the right hamstring, and draw the legs in towards you. Try to release any of the gripping, especially if you're super tight here. Press the shoulder blades into the mat. flex both feet and lengthen the spine. So imagine the tailbone is moving down towards the bottom of the mat and the crown of the head is moving towards the top. And release both feet. Bring the knees in towards the chest and just circle a few times in each direction. Good. And then take the feet down to the ground. Reach both legs out long. Really extend the heels away from you. So pressing the hamstrings and the calves into the mat. And then bend the left knee. Take the hands behind the hamstring. And as you exhale, draw the left knee towards the right shoulder. So obviously it's not going to reach, but move it in that direction. And keep extending the right heel away from you. Release any tension in the shoulders. And inhale, release to the left leg down. Bend the right knee, take the hands behind the hamstring. And exhale the right knee towards the left shoulder. Breathe easy. Lengthen the left leg on the ground. And step the right foot down. Lift the left leg up again, bend the left knee. Take the right hand to outside the left knee. Left arm out to the side in a T position. And exhale the left leg over the right towards the ground. And look out over the left shoulder. Keep the right leg engaged so it's extending away from you. And inhale, come back to center. Reach the left leg long, bend the right knee. Take the left hand to outside the right thigh. And exhale the right leg over the left. So you're twisting towards the left, looking out over the right shoulder. Press down through the left calf and hamstring. And press both shoulder blades into the mat. Belly button to spine. And try to release any of the tension in the IT band, hips, lower back. And inhale, come back to center. And cross the shins. And roll a few times on the spine. And come to sit. Good. We're going to come to sit with the feet together in Baddha Konasana. Take the hands behind the hips and scoot the hips towards the heels. Reach up through the crown of the head and just rock side to side, opening up the hips, the groin. And inhale the left leg over towards the right. Bharavajasana. The left shin is in the arch of the right foot. And then you can take a block behind the right hip if you'd like. Just helps keep you upright. Belly button to spine. Inhale the left arm. Exhale to the right knee and turn to look behind you. Press down through both sit bones towards the ground. And inhale, come back to center. Bring the feet together. And again, open the knees, open the thighs up. Good, and inhale the right leg over to the left. Take a block outside the left hip. And inhale the right arm up. So creating really good length in the torso. And exhale to the left knee. Turn to look over the left shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. Bring the feet together. And extend them out in front. And we're going to lay on our sides. That's where it gets really fun. So lay on your right side to start. All right. So we're going to lay on right side with the hand in the head in the hand, and knees bent. Keep the core engaged so the belly button is pulling all the way back to the spine to keep the hips centered. So the top hip is going to stay stacked over the bottom hip. It's not going to roll back or forward. Okay. So these are going to be pretty small movements. Okay, they don't have to be like huge because that's when the hips come out of alignment. Okay. So slow and steady wins the race here because we're going to be doing quite a few and you will feel the burn by the end. Okay, so in this one, the knees are bent, belly button to spine. We're going to keep the feet together and you can have your hand on your hip to keep it, to remind you to keep it centered, or you can place the hand in front of you. And we're going to exhale, open the knees just to about hip height and then inhale down. I'm going to do this 10 times. So exhale up. And Sarah, just keep your hips in line. So yeah, there you go. That's it. So exhale up, inhale down. And this is just such a great exercise to strengthen the IT band. So I'd say we've got about 4 more. Good, belly button to spine. And let's do 1 more. And we're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And we'll move over to the other side just to give that side a bit of a break so we can function later. Okay, so again, hips are stacked, belly button to spine, knees bent, feet together. And your hand can be in front or on the hip. But keep that belly button engaged so that it can keep the hips stacked. And exhale, open the knees just to about hip height again. And inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And if you're not sure if your hips are moving, you can place your hand on the right hip. Belly button to spine. We've got about 4 more. So exhale up, inhale down. 2 more. Okay, and on this last one, we're going to hold a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All right, and roll over onto the other side. And the bottom leg is going to stay bent. So check in with the hips, belly button to spine, and the top leg is going to be straight. And then turn, you know how we do in when the leg is in the air? We turn the heel up, toes down. We're going to do the same thing here. And imagine the heel is moving away from you. So it's trying to move down, all the way down to the bottom of the mat. So we're going to be leading with the heel and internally rotating the hip like this. Okay, so we're going to lift up just until you can keep the hip in line. Okay, so Sarah, toes down, heel up. Yeah, and really reach through. So actually, we want to just be, so you're about in line with the head. And exhale up, inhale down. We're going to do 10 of these. So a bit lower, Sarah. Good. Looks great, Caroline. And Sarah, slower. Good. And really reach through the heel. So it's like you're trying to grow the top leg about an inch. Even slower, Sarah. Good. Caroline, I'm pretty sure you've probably done something like this in PT many times. All right, and the last one we're going to hold up here. The 5, 4, keep reaching through. 2, 1, and release. And you can just shake it out. We're not finished on this side yet, unfortunately. You really feel it in like that side of the glute, right? Okay, so then we're going to extend the leg again, but take it forward 15 degrees. So it's about in line with the bent leg, or just behind the bent leg. Oh, it's burning. All right, so reach through the heel, toe up, heels up, toes down, and then lift for 5 here. So 5, 4, 3, good, 2, 1, and release. Oh my gosh. And then whatever you need to do. Gosh, it's amazing how just like intense that is. And then we just got one more on this side. All right, so check in with the hips, belly button to spine, bent, bottom knee is going to stay bent. And then we're going to reach that left top leg long, and we're going to take it 15 degrees further forward. So it's just beyond the bent leg. Okay, reach through the heel, and then heel up, toes down. Keep the hips in line, and exhale, lift, inhale, down. Good. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. 2 more. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. Oh my God. Last one. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. And then just do whatever you need to do. Oh, so Caroline, that last one was 15 degrees further forward, so it's just in front of the bent leg. My goodness me. And then we're going to go on to the other side. Wow. Okay, so knees bent, hips stacked, belly button to spine, and sorry, don't get much of a break, Caroline. Reach the top leg long and reach through the heel so you're growing that top leg, and then angle the heel up, toes down, belly button to spine, and we're going to slowly lift the top leg and inhale down. It's all about the control. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep reaching the heel away from you. So you're growing the top leg at the same time as you're internally rotating it. Good. Hips are stacked, belly button to spine. And we've got 4 more. Good, and then hold it at the top for 5, 4, reach through the heel, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, and just hit it, massage it, whatever. And reach through the heel again, straighten the leg, and then take it forward 15 degrees. So just behind the bent leg. Reach through the heel and heel up, toes down. Keep the hips stacked and exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Reach through the heel. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Try to slow it down a little, Caroline. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. We'll do one more. Exhale, lift. And inhale, down. Good. And then just rest for a moment. Whew. And do one more exercise on this side. And then that's it for these, actually. All right, so hips are stacked, belly button to spine, straighten the top leg, and take it forward just beyond the bent leg. Reach through the heel, even though it's burning right now, and heel up, toes down. Don't lose form even when it gets challenging like this, maybe especially when it gets challenging. Okay, so reach through the heel and exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Two more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Last one. Exhale, lift. And inhale, down. Good. And we're done with the torture parts of it. So you can just do whatever you need to do to feel better. And I'm going to roll over and come to stand in Tadasana. All right. So, feet are right underneath the hips. All 10 toes pointing forward. Good. Just angle your toes in a little bit, Sarah, so that all 10 toes are pointing forward. Good. Belly button to spine. Neutral pelvis. So your pelvis is not arching your back. It's not tucked under. It's right in the middle. And then firm the shoulder blades. And inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. And you might want to grab a couple of blocks here, actually. You can have them at the highest height. Start with them at the highest height, even if this is easy for you. Okay, so we're going to just fold forward onto the blocks. And then move the left foot to the center and take the right foot around the front of the left foot. So now pinky toes are touching. And press down into the heels and lift up through the sit bones. So you're lengthening the backs of the legs and targeting the IT band on the left leg. And you can feel it much more engaged now after the clamshells and other exercises. And then step the right foot back and step the left foot to the outside of the right. And then you can just move the blocks over. And again, press down through the heels and lift through the sit bones. So your pelvis is tilting here. Relax the neck and lift the sit bones again. Good, and then step the left foot around, release the blocks. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And inhale the right leg into the air. Exhale, step the right knee to the right hand for pigeon on the right. Good, and you can place the block underneath the hip. And reach that left leg behind you. So keep crawling the left toes back. And then fold forward. Forehead comes to the mat or to a block. And your hip points are pointing down towards the ground. Good, and inhale. Take the hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. Take a moment. And then inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, left knee to the left hand. Pigeon on the left. Again, just position yourself so the block is under the hip if you need. both hip points are pointing down. Extend back through the right leg, and then fold forward. And allow any tension to be released, especially from the hip area, the lower back, groin. And inhale, come to the hands, and step back to down dog. And bend the knees, look forward to the hands and take 3 hops forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. Take hands to opposite elbows. Press down through the heels, lift with the sit bones. And bend the knees, hands to hips. Inhale, come to stand. Good. Okay, we're gonna do some one-legged squats here. So press down through the right foot and just hook the back of the calf with the left foot. And you can do whatever you need to with your arms. You can even have hold on to something. But as we're doing the one-legged squats, we're going to keep the knee way behind the toe. So really, I can't do it looking. So really sit back into the hips. So you can see my knee is pretty much staying where above the ankle. Okay, belly button to spine. We're going to do 5. Okay, so exhale down, inhale up. And they can be really small movements. Exhale down, inhale up. And it's totally fine to wobble. We're trying to keep the knee stable, but as long as it doesn't go towards the toes, or definitely not in front of the toes. So you do the counting for you. I don't want to rush you with these. It's more important to have good form. So once you've got to 5, you can switch to the other side. And I mean, this is just so good for stabilizing the IT band, the hip, the knee, but also for making each leg work on its own. Because if we're doing 2-legged squats all the time, one leg, the strong leg, compensates for the other leg. So this really makes you realize which leg is more challenging for balance, for strength. So sitting back into the hips, belly button to spine. Good, and once you've got to 5, you can just come to stand. All right, great. Bring both feet together. So press the inner thighs together, the calves together. And then inhale, sit back in chair pose. So again, your hips are going right back. Reach up with the fingertips, firm the shoulder blades, belly button to spine. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Press down through the heels, lift with the hips. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Reach the sit bones back and the crown of the head forward. And exhale, step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. And exhale, step it forward. Ground the back foot. And then grab a block and place it to the highest height on the outside of the right foot. And there's a heel to heel alignment between the 2 heels, and the back foot is about 15 degrees. Okay, we're going to keep pressing down through that back heel. So imagine the outside of the back heel is rooting down into the ground. Okay, that's going to keep that back leg strong. Reach up through the crown of the head, and then we're going to exhale, take the left hand and take it across the body to the block. Keep pressing down into the outside of the back heel, and then turn the chest towards the right. But only Turn as much as you can by still keeping the back leg straight and strong. Keep pressing through the back heel. Lift out of the low back, belly button to spine. Bend the right knee, take both hands to the hips, and come to stand. Good. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, step it forward. Ground the back heel. We'll do the same on the other side. So take the block at its highest height to the outside of the left foot. Heel to heel alignment. Press down through the outside of the back heel. Reach up through the crown of the head and exhale the right hand across the body to the block. Press through the back heel. So maybe this is it. Maybe you don't get any turning of the chest. So keep pressing through the back heel. And if you can turn, you can exhale, turn the chest to the left, and then even inhale the left arm up towards the ceiling. And bend the left knee, take the block away, and take the hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And bend the knees. Exhale, take 3 hops forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose. Good. Belly button to spine. Sit back into the hips. And Tadasana. Good. Okay. Tadasana with feet right underneath the hips. Belly button to spine. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Lengthen the back of the legs. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. So you're on the tops of the feet. And down dog. Inhale the right leg into the air. And exhale, step it forward. Ground the back heel. And grab 2 blocks at the highest height on either side of the right foot. Good, and then step the left foot over to the left. So each leg has its own lane. And we're going to keep pressing down through that back heel. To the hands to the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge forward from the hips. And take the hands to the blocks. And exhale, nose towards the knee. Okay, and then we're going to bend that front knee. Keep the feet in the same placement, but just move them towards the right. So let me straight from the side. So the legs are going to end up being crossed like that. Okay, so you're moving over the front leg. So if we're starting in pyramid, we're moving over the front leg towards the right, and the feet are going to be crossed. So it looks like you have an X there. Yeah, good. And then press down into all 4 corners of the feet. Take the hands to the blocks and exhale, forward. Press down into both of the insides of the feet, or the inside of both feet. Lift with the sit bones. And inhale, walk the hands back around to pyramid. Good. Hands to the mat. Plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, step it forward. Ground the back heel, ground the back foot. And again, the blocks go either side of the left foot. And the right leg moves over, so each leg has its own lane. Hands to hips. exhale, fold forward from the hips. So reaching with a nice long spine, belly button to spine, and then exhale, hands to the blocks, round the spine, nose comes towards the knee. And then again, keeping the feet where they are, we're going to walk the hands towards the left over the front leg and just moving the feet so that you can, they come a little bit closer together, but they're still crossed. Good. Sorry, it was not a very good explanation, but I'm glad that you both understood that. And keep pressing down into both feet, especially the insides of the feet. Release the neck, lift up with the hips. And inhale, walk the hands back around to the front. Exhale, take the hands to the mat, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, and then bend the knees. Exhale, jump or step the feet forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana. Good. Bend the knees, hands to hips. Inhale, come to stand. And come to sit on the ground. I'm actually going to start by sitting on a block. Always. Maybe not always, but I prefer it. Okay, bend the knees. And then take the left foot by the right hip. And then draw the knee so it's in line with the center line. And then take the right foot over towards the left. And walk the right foot towards the left hip. And take the hands to the tops of the feet. And just draw them towards the hips. Belly button to spine. Reach through the crown of the head. Heavy the tailbone. Keep drawing the feet towards the hips. And inhale, come back to center. And then take the right foot towards the left hip. And again, take the right knee so it's center line. And then the left foot towards the right hip. Take the hands to the tops of the feet. And draw the feet towards the hips. The right and left always messes me up when we switch, like when we go over the diagonal. And especially that top leg, just draw the foot back towards the hip. And that's what's really going to target the IT band on this side. And heavy the tailbone, lift through the crown of the head. You want to block, Sarah? It makes such a difference being on a block for me anyway in this pose. In every pose really, sitting, but especially this one. And inhale, come back to center. And then take the left foot to the right hip. And walk the right foot over. And again, right foot towards the right hip. And then if you have a block close by, you can grab that. And we're just going to walk, oh, maybe you don't need a block, but I do. We're going to walk the hands over towards the right and fold forward over the right leg. Keep reaching both feet towards the hips. And round the spine. Release the tension in the back of the neck. And inhale, walk the hands back to center. And take the feet forward. Good, and then take which one did we do? I think, left foot towards the right hip. Is that the one we did? I can't remember which one we did now. Do the opposite one, whatever that was. I think it might be the other one. Sorry. Right foot to the left hip, and then the left foot over towards the right. And then walk the feet towards the hips. Take the hands to the tops of the feet first. And take your block and fold forward over the knees, and then walk the hands over towards the left. And maybe the block wants to be the highest height or the medium height or lowest, or maybe even no block, whatever feels good for you. And inhale, come back to center. Release the feet. And then take the left foot under towards the right hip. And then we're just going to step the right foot over the other thigh, and keep the right foot stepping into the mat. And then you can take a block to outside the right hip, and inhale the left arm up, and exhale the left elbow to the outside of the bent knee. Just going to say that. Don't need lefts and rights. And turn to look over the back shoulder. So inhale, ground and lift, and exhale, twist. And inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees forward, and then do the same on the other side, let's say. So the right foot comes to left hip, step the left foot over. Block comes to outside the left hip. Press that left foot, all four corners into the mat. Lift through the crown of the head. So before we even think about twisting, we're going to get the alignment right. So press down through both sit bones, reach through the crown of the head, belly button to spine, and then take the left hand to the block. Inhale the right arm up, keep pressing through the left foot, and exhale the right elbow to outside the left knee. Good, and then turn to look over the back shoulder. Good. And inhale, ground with the tailbone, lift with the crown of the head. So we're growing the spine in two directions. And inhale, come back to center. Untangle yourself and come off the block. Reach the legs long. The legs are together. Take the hands either side of the hips. Lift the hips. And then imprint the legs back down onto the mat. Reach through the heels. And then step the right foot over the left thigh. So it is on the other side of the thigh. Take the right hand to a block behind the hip. And inhale the left arm. Really reach up high, and exhale, hug the right knee. Turn to look over the back shoulder. So press down into that right foot. Extend through the left heel. And breathe easy. Inhale, come back to center. Reach the right leg long. Bend the left knee. And then take it on the outside of the right thigh. Press down through all four corners of the foot. Take the block on the outside of the left hip. And inhale the right arm up. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, hug the left knee. Turn to look over the back shoulder. Reach the right leg away from you. Press down into the left foot. And exhale, twist. Good, and then inhale, come back to center. Release everything. And come to lay on the back. We're going to need a strap and a block. Okay, so take the strap around the right foot, reach it up high, reach the left leg away from you, and extend up through the right heel. And allow the sacrum to move down towards the mat. Take the strap into the left hand and exhale the right leg across the body. Reach up through the heel, and you should immediately feel that IT band come online. Extend through the heel, toes down. And inhale, come back to center. Take both feet into the strap. Reach up with the heels, down with the toes. And again, feel the sacrum pressing down into the mat. And take the right leg down. Reach up with the left heel, down with the toes. Engage the right leg. So extend the heel away from you. Press down into the calf and the hamstring. And take the strap into the right hand. And exhale the left leg just across the body. Reach up with the heel, down with the toes. And inhale, come back to center. Take both feet to the ground. Take the right ankle to the left knee. Arms out to the side in a T position. And exhale the leg over towards the left. Look out over the right shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Look out over the left shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. Take the arms through the legs to the back of the left hamstring and draw the knees towards you. Press both shoulders into the mat. Breathe easy. Feet flexed. And release the feet. Take both feet down to the mat. And then take the left ankle to the right knee. Arms out to the side in a T position. Exhale the foot over towards the right. And look out over the left shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. And look out over the right shoulder. And inhale, come back to center. Reach through the right leg behind the hamstring and draw the legs towards you. Good, and then step the feet down. Take the block and lift the hips, place the block underneath the sacrum. So the block is covering about half of the bum. That's how you know if it's on the sacrum. And belly button to spine, lift the knees so they're at 90 degrees. And then you should know if the block is on the sacrum because you'll be wobbly if it's not. And reach both legs up towards the ceiling. Really extend through the heels, down with the toes, neutralizing the spine. Good, and then belly button all the way to the spine, bend the knees, and using the strength of the core, step the right foot down, and then the left foot. And lift the hips, take the block at the medium height underneath the sacrum. And here you really have to make sure that it's in the right spot because you have less of a mass. And bend the knees. Take the knees to 90 degrees. And then reach both legs high up to the ceiling. And you can take your time figuring out where the best placement for the block is on the sacrum. You don't have to rush through it. Reach up with the heels, down with the toes. Belly button to spine. Okay, and just using the strength of the core, bend the right knee, bend the left knee, pause. And then exhale, bend the right knee, take it down, and step the left foot down. Good, and then lift the hips, take them down to the ground. Lift the hips and take the block away. And then knees come together, feet all the way to the edges of the mat for constructive rest. Good, and then take hands to opposite shoulders. Just hug yourself across the body. And feel the sacrum moving down towards the ground, neutralizing the spine. And inhale the arms out to the side and exhale with the other arm on top. Hands to shoulders. And release the hands and take the hands to the belly. And we're just going to do Shavasana in constructive rest. It's great for the sacrum. And it's great for those of us who've got to get kids to school. Alright, so with the hands on the belly, just feel the inhale and feel the exhale. And no matter what is happening today, whatever you have to do, even in the next 5 minutes, just take this 30 seconds for you to go inside your body. So you can focus on the breath, the body, the heart rate, whatever you'd like, but just keep looking inward. I'll let you know when 30 seconds is up. And if your mind wanders, just gently bring it back inside. No judgment. Okay, and bring your attention back to the room. Walk the feet together. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. And then roll over onto the right. And slowly come to sit. In any comfortable position. Oh, and fear's here too. Alright, bring your hands together at heart center. Thanks for joining me for some IT torture today, ladies. Namaste.